Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sangean SR-2. It's a micro-sized AM/FM stereo headphone pocket radio. I think I got this radio for a total of $10 off of eBay, and here it is. Yellow color, I saw that and right away I'm like, I gotta have it. If it works or if it doesn't work, I want it. So it's pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and go over dimensions here. So we have a dimension of 3 inches across, 1.5 inches high, and a case depth of 1/2 inch. Very small. I love micro radios, you guys know that. Just exciting for me to have that. Let's go ahead and do a size comparison. Here's the larger DT180, the more modern one. We got a clock built in there, all digital. And you can see the size difference here. Definitely way more pocket friendly, which is nice. It's a bonus. And we have Iron Man. And it shows you the deck of cards there, what that looks like. Yeah, pretty small little radio. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about features of the Sangean SR-2. On the left-hand side here, we have a little door. Underneath the door, we have a single AAA battery. And it goes in with the positive side up. There's a little diagram on the back showing you which way to put the battery in. And it's, of course, spring-loaded, and you just push this door down, and it locks back in place. Front of the radio, you'll notice this really cool design. I love it. I got this like dial window. It's kind of that 90s looking. It's pretty cool. Sangean, we get this little cutout here. Looks like shark gills or something. It's kind of neat. On the scale, we have FM 88 to 108 and AM 530 to 1600. Now, when I was tuning this radio today, I got up to 1690, so that was really cool to hear. FM stereo, AM FM stereo radio SR2 printed there in the front. This edge, nothing. Top edge, we have volume control. We have the off switch and on switch, and then if you go all the way to the left here, or yeah, when you're holding like that, you have deep bass boost. So they had that back then too. Awesome. Here's your headphone jack. It is of course FM stereo. FM stereo sounds fantastic, though it has a lot of low and mid-level hiss noticeable on AM and FM, but overall not too bad. Top of the radio here, we have the band select switch. We have AM, FM, and FM stereo mode. Of course, you'd have just the FM if you're trying to tune distant stations. Tuning wheel there. And of course, the back, we had a little information there about the receiver, the battery it takes, and the serial number. Two little screws holding it together. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about FM reception. Then we'll plug it in, and we'll maybe dial through the FM. I'm not sure what we're going to find. And then we'll do the AM band scan on this radio. So, FM reception report. The FM sensitivity was just okay with 36 stations found, and the FM selectivity was fair to okay, which is like 1.5 star rating. The reason why I got that is it's not very selective, and you move it a little bit, and then another station would bleed over. And then when I was going through this, trying to test the sensitivity, I noticed I had one station imaging across the whole band, my local station. So it definitely isn't fantastic on FM. It's okay with strong stations. The stereo sounds fantastic, but I probably have 5 or 6 strong stations that sounded good on here. And that was about it. So it's not going to be an FM listener, but when it comes to AM, watch out. This thing is like a hot little receiver for AM. I had it going last night. It was amazing in the evening. Right now we're about 5:30 in the afternoon. I'm not sure what we'll pick up, but yeah, late at night I was picking up all the big stations. It was cool. And then of course during the day today, I was picking up all my locals and semi-local stations with no problem and good selectivity on the AM band. So pretty happy with that. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Now what I'm going to use, I got a little wire here. And I'm going to hook it up to my ever popular GPX. I don't know the model number again, but I did a review on this thing. Not a great radio, but a good external speaker source. There's our current time, 5:33 p.m. Has a clock, which is cool. But yeah, these are my external speaker. It's plugged into the line in there. So I'll be using this as my player for the radio. And I'm going to just kind of bring this wire up and hang it on my lamp. That way we get a little bit of reception. And we'll go to the FM band and we'll hear what we can hear. So let me turn on the radio. And turn this to FM. Turn this on. There's our volume. We'll see if we can pick up any stations down here.
Like that. I love the papacy. I wrote 2 books on the papacy. I understand the office, and I respect the office. There have been good popes and there have been bad popes, but the office continues on, and that's what I have respect for. Trent? In the program on what? Friday? You know, what's really interesting is how little attention...
Apologize. Shortly after that ultimatum, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, newly elected Democrat of Minnesota, deleted a tweet in which she accused the boys of taunting 5 black men. She posted...
You need people of color of your team on... I totally agree, and it's the job of the path
Here, so you just can't use this tactic anymore. This was very painful.
Details.
New year, new goals means new shoes. And if you...
Yeah, it's not so great downstairs here.
Jak ty, ale ja mam wrażenie, że artystą trzeba się urodzić i...
That's pretty much the FM in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and go to AM. Oh, dear. There we go. We'll go to the bottom of the band here. Let's see what we can pick up now. Current time, I think I said, is 5:37. We'll use a Skywave as a frequency checker if we need it. And we'll see what we can pick up on the AM band. Yeah, this is be a pretty quick video, I think. Do I have anything turned on? I'll move my speaker back a little bit, make sure I don't get any interference. Okay. I believe the antenna runs this way. This is 540.
Started after the stop of the break, but stay on the line. We'll finish this up with your calls. 312-642-5600. Hey, anybody want a pillow? Anybody listening to me out there would like to get their hands on the great...
On the head, sometimes a hat as well. I always, because I have Raynaud's syndrome, so it affects my circulation in my fingers and toes. I always...
Just picking up some of the bigger stations. It's a little early probably. This is WSM, I believe, Nashville, Tennessee.
Upwork. Hire freelancers, make things happen.
With Indeed, you can post a job in minutes, set up screener questions, then zero in on candidates at an online dashboard at Indeed.com/hire. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
We have reached the NHL All-Star break.
This is 670, the score,
the odds to win the Stanley Cup this year. The Lightning have the best odds at 4-1, followed by the Maple Leafs at 15-2.
Looks like we're just gonna get daytime stations. Okay.
It's 50. You're gonna have to use the next time you come back to the race. I like the concept. I think I'd roll it out in a more narrow cast shot of all this, and maybe
see, this is 700.
whatever, one level. If you tried one season or one section of the ballpark, you try one season, maybe it worked, maybe expand it a little bit more, but don't kind of cross over the 50-50 line of, hey, if you want over on this side, if not, then over on
So WLW, about 300 miles away.
How about self-voting?
Which is Cincinnati, Ohio.
On 700 WLW.
There you go. Set it.
Hey, Lance, how you doing tonight? Good. What do you think of this,
Sweet.
Scott?
Yeah. This is it right here. World Series, 11-1 in the playoffs. Right. Only team to beat us was California in the first game of that series. In fact, we saw something there you'll never see again, too. We saw 4 consecutive complete games.
Base boost.
And within 6 pitches of having 5 consecutive complete games.
Yeah, it's never going to happen again.
Jose Contreras, Contreras started the first game, and he goes 8 in the third, and Neil Kotz comes on, throws 6 pitches, gets the last 2 outs.
WGN, 720.
Then John Garland goes game 2. Freddie Garcia goes, no.
I know I was getting Zoomer radio the other night. I think that's Zoomer right there. Let's just find that. I think it is. Very cool if it is. Okay, so yeah, that's 740 CFCM Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Yeah, this little tiny dude is rocking. It's so cool that it picks up these stations. I did get WSB the other night, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good. How's the caravan going?
It's just barely coming. It's a 760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan. 270 miles.
To Detroit, and then we got Tiger Fest tomorrow. So a lot of players show on, big event, 2 different ways.
Among the tryout kickers at Alice Hall. Mitch Trubisky and the rest of the Pro Bowl Bears
780
participate
WBN,
on
Chicago.
Sunday, and the Pro Bowl itself got through the week.
No chance, yeah. I think Odo, though, tried to get that number last year, so I don't know. Odo might be a little upset about it.
Yeah, Danny's brought up the idea there should be a car involved, an automobile.
All goes back to Steve Carlton trying to get Danny's number. All right, that's it. All goes back.
Yeah, I'm not going to get in the middle of that
830
negotiation. I know. I'm sure Nelson
Minneapolis,
will take
Minnesota,
care of it.
310 miles.
Do you care about the number on your back, or do you
Very
just say,
cool.
okay, whatever they give me, I'll wear it?
I'm good.
Hey, if it's on a big league jersey, man.
Dial seems accurate.
I'm good.
I'm like, what are you laughing about? Of course, I was a kid. And he goes, look at that guy over there. He's so drunk, he's going to the bathroom on the car. The closer we got.
This is 840, Louisville, Kentucky. About 300 miles. This one's coming kind of faint on both radios.
When we come back, I'll tell you about when Mick Jagger almost got hit.
Okay. There's some music on 850 there that's, I think the local station's still playing. I don't think this is KOA Denver. Let's see if we can get CJBC here. Turn this back up. Pretty low profile, so it's kind of hard to hang on to. Just barely picking it up.
Step, step, God. accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and real estate donations. Hi, Rick Edelman here.
Sounds like
for the answers to all your questions on investments, taxes, planning for retirement, mortgages, getting your kids into college, and more. It's the Rick Edelman Show every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. right here. The radio show at 4 p.m. Eastern as we look at the miracles happening in today's world and those that have happened centuries ago. From Eucharistic miracles to Marian apparitions, we cover them all. Join us on Relevant Radio. The Miracle Hunter with Michael O'Neill, Sundays on Relevant Radio. The truth is always worth the hunt.
The Relevant Radio studio line is sponsored by Catholic Order of Foresters Life Insurance.
I'm not sure what station this is, but I think it's 9 something.
And information about their flexible premium life insurance plans.
Maybe
all available at
9:30.
relevantradio.com/forester.
WKBM.
A closer look with Sheila Log Venus.
On Relevant Radio. Welcome back to A Closer Look. I'm Sheila Log Venus. It's exciting to be...
Okay, keep going.
With Bounty Gate. So you look at all the egregious things.
That's tomorrow. We have...
ChicagolandMen'sHealth.com or call 312-888-5655. Confidence is just a call away. 312-888.
Courageous Mayor Peduto and gun control efforts in Pittsburgh. KDKA Radio's
There we go. KDKA Pittsburgh.
On KDKA Radio.
KDKA Radio, built by Window Nation. Call 866-90Nation. Tell them Larry sent you.
Winter weather got you down? Take action. This winter, get away and save with AAA Travel.
So KDKA Pittsburgh is 10:20 a.m., which is 450 miles away. Cool.
So it's a lake. There's 2 lakes there, and they have this their 50th year. And this is their 50th year. So they don't want to go in there 50 years of a tragedy or somebody being injured.
This is local 1050 WLIP, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so they're trying to get the word out. Last second, they start
Wisconsin.
morning at 6 o'clock running the community.
Of hunger, el hambre. No food. More than 2 million Venezuelans have fled to neighboring countries in the past 4 years.
Dígale a Trump que si él tumba a Maduro, le pintamos el muro.
Tell Trump that if he knocks down Maduro, you'll build the wall.
This is KYW.
Opposition leader Juan
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
In days. He called for a major demonstration next week after recent clashes left at least 1 death. Nicolás Maduro refuses to back down.
Back at that 6-team road trip the Cavs just came off of. There's a lot of teams on the
fringe.
The Jazz looking to get them up, but in New Orleans looking to get up and in there as well.
Hoping to keep a home game.
Really, there weren't any. I know the West is
so yeah, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles. Sweet.
But there aren't many teams that aren't playing for something.
I will hold people accountable who violate Missouri law, regardless of their profession,
that sounds like 1120.
and station in life.
Fellow St. Louis police officer Nathaniel Hendren faces involuntary manslaughter and armed criminal action charges in connection to Alex's death early Thursday. There were 2 officers at the home at the time. Gardner says the investigation continues. The Trump administration promising to pay federal...
Love this little guy. It's awesome. Yeah, these little pocket radios are great because they can take them anywhere. It's fantastic. And the AM is just, yeah, I'm an AM lover, you know that.
Issued a ticket only to watch the driver he had just given it to crumple it up and throw it out the window. He then pulled her over again, giving her an additional $174 littering ticket.
She just kept doing it. That'd be funny.
He said, in 17 years of policing, I've never seen anything like this in my life.
That's funny. I'm gonna avoid the Florida story that headlines women can't make it upside down when I was looking for his face.
WYLL,
I'm gonna avoid that one. You didn't hear that one from me.
Finger Lakes Racetrack and Batavia Downs have been quietly lobbying sites for legalized sports betting.
You're correct.
For years. And now, I don't think the governor, first of all, I don't think he cares much for the parts of New York State, west of Syracuse.
This is WHAM, Rochester, New York.
But I just wondered,
545 miles.
he came out and he said he's only talking about approving
stations are starting to come in the evening here
for 4 existing casinos. For the way we're fighting.
So just keep this in mind when all the 12-year-olds are on cable and all the has-beens are blabbing away about this. If the president deserves criticism, great. But we're not done yet. And if it turns out that we're sold out, there'll be plenty of time to deal with it. I wasn't born yesterday. We led the battle right
700 miles. It's pretty cool.
Against so-called comprehensive immigration reform. When most of the
I'm curious on that music. That sounds cool. Let me see if I can find that. I like that. I think that's 1260. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty neat. So 1260, I don't have anything written down for 1260. Very cool fine music. Probably from a daytime station before it's powering down. It's always a good time to hunt for those lucrative stations that you haven't found yet. Dusk and after dusk. Turn this up.
Negotiate a deal on border wall funding. The Democrats are still insisting that they are not giving one dime.
Winter, get to the Comfort Suites of Lake Geneva and enjoy it.
Season between you guys, what problems did the Mavericks present for you this weekend?
3 weeks after you just kept the government shut down for over a month. Those two things don't go together.
Take that to the top here.
Swag when you stock up now at the Buy 5, Save 5 event at Meijer. Now
Kings Panther head coach, 215 wins to her credit. The associate head coach, Brad Nelson, and the assistant coaches, KK Armstrong and Stephen Fenley. Meanwhile, for the Evansville Purple Aces, Matt Ruffing is in his 4th season.
Driving the vehicle by North
So it's pretty strong to the top of the band.
Away in 240th Street. When they attempted to stop Jones, police say he took off, driving at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour in 25 mile per hour zones and disobeying multiple traffic control devices. Officers eventually lost sight of the vehicle and Jones got away. However, police say he was located inside a University of Iowa building in Coralville early Thursday morning. Police say he was in possession of the stolen vehicle's keys, and they located the vehicle in the area a few hours later, abandoned and out of gas. Jones is charged with first-degree theft, eluding at more than 25 miles per hour above the speed limit, and driving while suspended. If convicted on all charges, he could be sentenced to more than 12 years in prison. Police say Jones had also been wanted for a 2016 incident during which he impersonated a police officer while they could drive state park.
It's fading.
Brother, he wanted the man's cell phone. Also, threatening the man and pushing him.
Okay. Part of the fun.
It sounds like Nick hooked himself up like a champ. And proved you can save on the delicious food.
And final thoughts on the Sangean SR-2. This thing is just fantastic on AM. If you see this thing in a sale for like $15 or less, go ahead and pick it up. You'll be very happy. Runs on one little AAA battery, probably runs about 30 hours on a lithium like this. And yeah, just fantastic. I think that you can't go wrong at all. If you're an FM listener, it's okay on strong stations. That's all you're really going to have fun with. Don't expect much DXing on FM, but AM, you're definitely going to have fun with that. So it gets a recommended buy from me. So if you enjoyed the video presentation of the Sangean SR-2 AM/FM Pocket Micro Radio, I love little micros. Give me a big like, I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. 2, if you're new to the channel and you love Sangean products, hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, get notified of future videos. I look all over the place for Sangean radios, used, new ones, old ones. I love them. They're the best. They're just good quality. Remind me of Sony radios back in the day, just nicely made. We're not seeing that much anymore, but Sangean keeps that quality standard up pretty much. Loving them. And of course, 3, comment below. We think about this little SR-2. I wonder if they made an SR-1. Did I mention that? That'd be kind of cool. What the SR-1 looks like, but yellow. Loving the yellow. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next episode. Take care, and goodbye.